Hi. So today I'm going to be talking about how to react when your child says something awkward in public. And I think we've all been there as parents. I'll share my own experience of when I reacted in the wrong way. It was when I had my two children, and I had one was a newborn and one was 2.5. And we went into a lift, and as we got into the lift doors closed behind us, and there was a lady in the lift in a wheelchair. And my 2.5-year-old looked at the lady in the wheelchair, looked her up and down, and then in a loud, clear 2.5-year-old little voice, she said, "Why is that lady in a big pushchair?" And I went bright red. I shushed her. If I had not been in a lift, I would have escaped away as quickly as possible because I was really embarrassed. But actually, the lady came to my rescue and quickly looked at my little girl, and she said, "Oh, it's not actually a big pushchair, it's called a wheelchair. And I'm in a wheelchair because my legs don't work very well." And my little girl looked at her and went, "Oh." And I was the one who ended up feeling awkward because of my own behaviour, not because of my child's. And it always makes me think now that how I should have reacted and how it's better to react when your child says something like that. And there are countless times when they notice something that you'd rather they didn't notice, usually in quite a loud voice. So the best thing to do is don't shush them like I did. Don't try and run away and talk about it later. You can just say something really simple, make an observation about it. That might be, "Wow, you're really noticing everything, aren't you, today? That's great." If they've picked up on a visible difference or a physical difference with somebody, you can always say something like, "Yeah, we're all different, aren't we? Wouldn't it be funny if we were all the same? How are you different from your sister?" Or, "How are you different from your friend?" Or, "I'm different from you, aren't I? Because I'm much bigger." So that we're actually using it as a bit of a teaching point, really, to talk about difference and making it okay, not something that we should be embarrassed to talk about or something that we should shush. Something that the children then feel comfortable asking you about. And I know the majority of people would probably much rather you as a parent discussed that and answered their question than just kind of acted as if they had said something, really embarrassing, which is sometimes your first reaction. Of course, we want our children to learn tact, but I think there are more important life lessons to learn first.